know something about natural gas and electricity production, solar and wind energy. ENRON Corporation was one of the largest integrated natural gas and electricity companies in the world. It marketed natural gas liquids worldwide and operated one of the largest natural gas transmission systems in the world, totaling more than 36,000 miles. It was also one of the largest independent developers and producers of electricity in the world, serving both industrial and emerging markets. ENRON was also major suppliers of solar and wind renewable energy worldwide, managed the largest portfolio of natural gas-related risk management contracts in the world, and was one of the world's biggest independent oil and gas exploration companies. Then, something unbelievable happened in 2001, which is bankruptcy of ENRON Corporation after previously hidden losses becomes to light.
The big collapse in 1995, ENRON CEO Kent Lay promised investors that ENRON profit will rise by 15% a year over the next 5 years, yet the pace of growth was not uniformly smooth. For ENRON, after 2 years, only 7 states were moving ahead with the deregulation of their electricity market. ENRON profit from national deregulated electricity market was potentially huge, and the company spent millions on advertising. It also hired hundreds of the top business school graduates to help the company define new markets. Meanwhile, some of its earlier projects were going badly, especially in a huge deal to build a power plant in India worth $2.8 billion. Other overseas projects also fluttered. The company took $550 million charge, representing losses on the India project and others. In 1999, it launched an internet-based commodities trading service, ENRON Online. ENRON trading gas and electricity as well as more irregular futures such as weather.
In fact, ENRON's core business floundered. Newsweek, January 21, 2002, rated that in the late 1990s, ENRON had lost about $2 billion on telecom capacity and $2 billion on water investments, and $2 billion in a Brazilian utility, and $1 billion on a controversial electricity plant in India. An unnamed ENRON insider quoted in Businessweek, December 17, 2001, put it this way: "You make enough billion-dollar mistakes, and they add up." Yet, investors weren't aware of troubles of ENRON. Losses were masqueraded in elaborate partnerships and joint ventures and were hidden from the investors. ENRON's duplicitous bookkeeping kept the stock price high, even as ENRON's top executives started selling their own holdings. The president of ENRON, Jeffrey Skilling, resigned in August 2001, citing only personal reasons. ENRON's losses became clear. In December 2001, ENRON filed for bankruptcy, the largest ever by an American company. Executives had made millions selling of their ENRON shares, while many of its employees lost their retirement savings, especially as revelations suffered that it had destroyed potentially incriminating documents. This scandal reached into the upper levels of the government as well, as ENRON had given liberally to many politicians. CEO Kenneth Lay resigned in January 2002, while the company faced multiple sessions, criminal and SEC investigations. What charges were Lay and Skilling facing?
Jeffrey Skilling, ENRON former chief executive, faced 28 counts of the fraud, conspiracy, insider trading, and lying to auditors for trying to fool investors to believing ENRON was healthy before the firm crashed.
And show you the reason I am excited. And I do think that the next several months, the next few years are going to be great for ENRON. and great for Enron's employees. And that's all starting now.
Also, Enron founder Ken Lay had faced 6 counts of fraud and conspiracy. Lay died for a heart attack on the 5 July, leaving Skilling to face sentencing alone. He could face a very long jail sentence of 25 years or more. How did it all go wrong?
Its trading operations relied heavily on complicated transactions, many relating to deals many years in the future. Many of these gambles on the future energy prices were losing money. And to disguise this network W's, partnerships were created in on devices for keeping debts off the balance sheet, and thus keeping profits high and shareholders happy. Many of the company's executives allegedly raked in massive profits by selling their shares before the company's problems went public and its stock price collapsed. When that happened, Enron's shares became worthless, and 21,000 workers around the world lost their jobs.
Manipulating the accounting numbers and hiding the truth of the big losses and destroying important documents that prove their scandal was the cause of the company that which was failing. There had to be very accurate auditing for the company's accounts to discover the wrong accounting action before depending on them. Publishing that the company at that period will be prosperous in the future was the lie which confirmed the fact of its failure.
They had to report the risk that the company was facing for investors, shareholders, stakeholders, and others who were linked with the company before the scandal incidents. The concerned authorities have to put strict rules for the firm and control all the actions that happen in them accurately.
At the end, being honest is the most important ethical characteristic in every person working in every company. Even if honesty sometimes becomes difficult for us, we must have it in our behaviors. The truth will appear today or tomorrow, so there is no benefit from lying and deception. The consequences of telling the truth are less cruel than lying. What happens after deception? Falling into many losses and punishments. If anything in the business is going wrong, we should develop new strategies and solutions to prevent riskiness and negative outcomes. Again, honesty is the most important ethic in doing business.